Boys and girls, welcome back. We the cultured ones out here. So we're gonna be starting a new series called Story Times. It's basically just like all the drama and shit in our school facility.
Yeah.
And yeah, cause we're all white people.
And it's gonna be me and Kyle.
Yeah.
Unless sometimes Dante maybe if he has a story, but we're not gonna use their real names because we can't be exposing people like that.
Yeah. All right. So the first video. Today we're gonna be talking about me and my friend. Well, now, not as acquaintance. We'll call her Tanishwa. So me and Tanisha met at the beginning of the year, and she was a new student, right? So Tanisha was she was pretty cute, right? But like, I'm not that ballsy of a kid, so I'm not gonna like get an Instagram or anything. But so me and her met through my other friend, who we'll call. We're actually calling her Renee, but fellas. But so I met her through my friend Renee, and me and Renee were actually getting closer this year. So me, Renee, and Tanishwa were all getting closer this year. And so we went to a football game, right? Because we're all football people like that. And then she met my friend. Should we call him? We'll call him Christopher. So so Christopher is he's a strange character to say the least. So Christopher, he ends up dating Tanisha, and Renee liked me, but like, I ain't childish like that because she never told me. So I mean, you gotta be straight up with me. Yeah, but so me and I was at the end of the day. Me and Renee kind of fell off. I don't really like Renee anymore. But Tanisha and me were like pretty close friends, but it was like brother and sister. And then Tanisha moved to Pennsylvania. And we were like still kind of close, but like not really. And then she texted me and like she would lie about coming back and stuff, and it made me like upset. So I was like, bitch. So I stopped talking to her, right? And then one day she texted me saying she's coming back. And so I'm telling my friend, we'll call her Rosemary. And so Rosemary she's like one of my bestest friends. And Rosemary was at her locker, so I come up to her locker and I'm like, hey, Tanisha coming back. And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, I mean, I don't know, I don't really believe her. And then my teacher, who we'll call Mrs. Tree, was listening to us, and Mrs. Tree was like, oh no, she coming back. So I was like, oh shoot, for real? And so the next week, Tanisha came back, and we were like trying to like be best friends again, like how we were before, but like something in her like changed, you know what I mean? Like people change, but like sometimes for the best, sometimes for the worse, and she definitely changed for the worse. But so I didn't realize that at first. So within the first couple days she came back, she ended up telling me that like she was in love with me for a long time. So I was like, alright, sweet, like we can hang out or something. We ended up dating, but like we never hung out or anything. And then she told me she wasn't even over my boy Christopher. So I was like, alright, I'm gonna break up with you because you can't be doing me like that. But and then after that, she like started kind of like treating me shitty, and like she would treat all my friends shitty. She thought like she was a shit. So I told Tanisha, I was like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like I don't want you in my life. So yeah, me and Tanisha aren't friends anymore. So basically, she ended up talking with a good friend of mine. We'll call him.
Well, he wasn't a good friend at the time.
At the time he wasn't really a good friend, but like, so, oh, that's a whole nother story. Yeah, or should I explain it?
No.
So that's a whole nother story. But so at the time she was talking to him, and then they hung out once, and then after they hung out, she made this big story about, oh, he tried to do this with me, and he tried to do that with me. Oh my god. And at the time, when I first heard the story, I kind of believed it, and then
Because let's just say this character has a.
this character has, let's say a lot of people say a lot of like shit to him, but so it kind of hit me that like these stories are all sound so similar. So I doubt that he actually does it because like, you know, you can easily reiterate something someone else did, but like say it was you, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I like opened my mind to things, and so I like started talking to him, and then, you know, he was like, "No, I never did that. Like all these girls keep telling me I did that,
Well,
but
no,
I didn't."
no, this isn't. We're not getting into this. We're getting into her.
Oh yeah, but like, so she, before we stop being friends, she starts telling everyone this rumor about, oh, he tried to do this with me and tried to do that with me, and so it started pissing me off because it's like I can understand if like you said it once and then like, you know, that's kind of like a shitty thing to do, but like I could let it slide because then I could just tell you like, can you like not talk about it anymore, and then like I wouldn't tell him obviously, but like after that one time I decided like, you know what, this is annoying because like she brought it up every day and this day and that day and this day, and so I decided like if she said anything more about it I was gonna go off on her. But so Tanishwa and Renee both sat at my lunch table, right?
And they're pretty good friends.
Yeah, they're really close friends,
Yeah.
and so Tanisha comes up to Renee and she's like, "Oh, you want to know what did we give him a name yet? We'll call him Moby. Oh, do you want to know what Moby did to I heard someone told Moby that the guidance counselor said this, and Moby, and you know, I just kind of like lost my shit because they're like about to go tattle on this kid for something he didn't even do because like I asked him about it. I'm not retarded, voice crack retarded, and so I'm like, I just go off on him. I'm like, both of y'all talk about this dude every single day. Like, y'all childish as fuck. Like, leave me the fuck alone. And then, yeah, so that's why we ain't friends with her anymore. And yeah, I hope y'all have a nice day. Nice talking to you. And yeah, bye.